I am Malala, Chapter 35, Anniversary. As the first anniversary of the shooting approached, many journalists came to interview me. They often seemed so sad about what happened to me. They said things like, "You and your family have had to leave your home. You have to live in fear. You have had to suffer so much." And even though I was the one who had gone through the experience, I wasn't nearly as sad as they were. I guess I see my situation differently. If you tell yourself, "Malala, you can never go home because you are the target of the Taliban," you just keep suffering. I look at it this way. I can see, I can hear, I can talk. I can go to school and I can fight with my brothers. I am having a second chance at life, and I am living the life God wants for me. The journalists also ask if I am afraid. I say no, and that is true. What I don't say is that I am afraid of one thing. I wonder sometimes if I will be the same Malala in the future. Will I be deserving of all these honors I have been given? Sometimes when the journalists see my brothers playing so freely, they ask if I am being robbed of a childhood by my campaign for children's rights. I tell them to think of a girl who is married off at 11, or a little boy who has to pick through the rubbish heap to earn money for his family, or the children who have been killed by bombs and bullets. They are the ones who have been robbed of a childhood. And sometimes the journalists seem to want to focus on the attack rather than on my campaign. This frustrates me, but I understand it. It is human curiosity. Here's how I think of it, though. They have already harmed me, leaving permanent scars. But out of the violence and tragedy came opportunity. I never forget that, especially when I think of all the good the Malala Fund has done and will continue to do. We have started a project in SWAT for girls suffering from domestic child labor. We support them so they can go to school and eventually become independent. After months of talking about how much I wanted to help in Jordan, we arranged a trip to help Syrian refugees, many of whom have already missed school for 3 years. I met children there in dirty clothes with no shoes and only a small bag of possessions. Met children there whom I will never forget. It is our duty to help these children get food, shelter, and an education, and we will. I think of the world as a family. When one of us is suffering, we must all pitch in and help, because when people say they support me, they are really saying they support girls' education. So yes, the Taliban may have shot me, but they can only shoot a body. They cannot shoot my dreams. They cannot kill my beliefs. They cannot stop my campaign to see every girl and every boy in school. Millions of people prayed for me, and God spared me. I am still here for a reason, and it is to use my life to help people.